Hi, and welcome back to another one of our videos.
Yep. This is bus video number 2 in our Gut the Bus series.
Yeah, this is where we talk about what we did after we pulled the seats out.
Yep.
So if you want to see us pulling the seats out, you can look at our last video. This video, we're going to be talking about the ceiling removal. So real simple, easy task for us. We basically bought a Thomas school bus on purpose, and we did this for one major reason, and that is screws. Thomas
school buses use primarily screws instead of rivets to put in all the interior panels, whereas International and Bluebird use rivets everywhere. Yes. We only have a rivet every 5 or 6 screws. So it's mostly screws, handful of rivets, and that was something we knew we didn't want to have to try to tackle.
So pretty easy, where you just you pull out your good old-fashioned vroom, or also known as a impact drive or drill, and you put in a
number 2.
Yeah.
Number 2 square bit.
Number 2 square bit.
Not a Phillips head.
It looks like a Phillips head. Yes, a number 3 or number 2 Phillips could work, but that number 2 square head fits in there just right. Works great.
Less likely to strip out the screws that way.
Yeah, and as soon as the screws start, get yourself a couple of them. You're probably going to eat 1 or 2 of them up. If you're doing a Thomas bus, there's a lot of screws.
If the screws start sticking on the bits and you're having trouble pulling them off,
the struggle is real. The struggle is real. Can you get the screw off? You got the screw off.
Hey. It's usually time to get a new bit. That tends to help. But the first thing we did to actually remove, before we could even take down the panels, or before we even did the screws, really.
Yeah.
We started by taking off the speakers and the interior lights that came inside the bus, and those just used the regular Phillips.
I'll say most of those were a number 2 Phillips.
They were a number 2 or a number 2 Phillips to take those off. And we cut wires, labeled the wiring, so we knew what we were looking at later. And then we realized that we had a lot of work and we wanted to recruit some friends to help us. So we blasted our Facebook friends, and most people couldn't help the weekend we wanted to do it, but we did have one friend come through.
The best person that could have showed up. Our
good friend Iggy, who, unbeknownst to us, actually, for a living,
swings a hammer.
Swings a hammer.
Swings a hammer. And if you're going to be knocking out rivets, somebody that swings a hammer all day long,
perfect for the job.
Is the perfect person to swing the hammer at rivets.
Yep. So we started, we've removed all the screws from the inside, paneling where we could.
Yep.
And Iggy came over and he started helping us pound out the rivets.
Yep.
Doing it like we saw any other YouTuber doing it, pounding, and we didn't want to kill our friend Iggy over all of these rivets.
Alright, so we did modify our chisel just slightly. This is the angle that it comes with, and it looked like that on both sides. We took our angle grinder and we just grinded it off just a little bit more at a slightly different angle. You should be able to see it from the side like that. So we use this side up against the metal, and it just gets underneath a little bit easier.
So we devised a better solution, the cut and pound method.
Take your cut-off wheel on your angle grinder and hit each one of them rivets straight in the middle like you're turning it into a flathead screwdriver.
Right.
Go almost all the way through.
Yep.
And then from the side of it, you hit it. Usually 2, maybe 3 good whacks, and that is popped off. Super easy.
I could do it.
Yeah, don't sit there and grind with your angle grinder. Just hit it at just hit it once real quick. Just cut it in the middle, chisel it off. Even faster than grinding them off straight away. We have no video of us.
We have no video.
Yeah, we have actually no video of us taking down the ceiling panels because they just fell down.
Yep.
So yeah, all the ceiling panels just came down so easy.
Yep.
It was literally grab them in the middle, pull down, and they just fell to the floor.
We occasionally
You
had
had
to pry a little with a pry bar where the rivets may have been, but there wasn't much to it. So when we're working, we tend to listen to a lot of music. It helps us get things done faster and
Yep.
be more productive.
A lot of music that we can't use on YouTube.
Yeah, so we tend to listen to a lot of rock and a lot of reggae.
Classic rock, reggae.
Electro swing.
Yeah, electro swing.
But we're curious, what kind of music do you like to listen to when you're working? Put in the comments below what you like to listen to. Give us some ideas. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you click the little bell so you can follow along with our Odyssey as we continue this project.
Yep, thanks for watching.
Bye. I appreciate you doing this for me, Thomas.
You almost wonder why they don't use rivets.
Right? Really got a really good deal on screws kind of in like 1970 and they're trying to use it all up. John Screw Esquire willed them a trillion screws and they're trying to finish using them. It's stuck again!
That's what she said.
It's stuck again. Quit. Mommy, make me push my M&Ms. Vocals training, one of our practices. Mother made me push my M&Ms.
Mother made me wash my M&Ms.
Mush.
Mush.
Mother made me mush my M&Ms.
Mother made me mush my M&Ms.
It helps with your diction